Oh yeah, it's a video game movie. Servus Freunde, my name's Jimmy Cage, and when it comes to video game adaptations, Tomb Raider is the first that got a reboot, which is a testament to the giant brand recognition that franchise has going for it. But it makes sense because the source material itself got reimagined in 2013, many years after that first film version with Angelina Jolie. Now it's another Oscar-winning actress we get in the role of the probably most famous video game heroine ever. Sorry, Samus. Alicia Vikander plays Lara Croft. And yes, it's Lara, not Laura. The discussion is always the same. Will this be the video game adaptation that turns everything around? Is this the one that will be acclaimed by critics and audience members alike? Unfortunately, I don't think so. But it's not that bad either. It's okay, good enough for one watch, and that's about it. I myself am a gamer, but apart from the very first entry over 20 years ago, I never played another Tomb Raider because I'm just not that into third-person action adventures. But from what I know and caught up on, the film borrows many elements from the new incarnations, both plot-wise and when it comes to direct action passages from the game. But one central element differs for sure. The key motivation behind Lara's adventure in the film is her missing father, and this was both a good and a negative for me. It gave the film an emotional core, and I thought Dominic West, or how I call him, Jimmy McNulty, was fun in the role as this older adventurer who's obsessed with an ancient legend. But it was also a problem that I never got the feeling that Lara is in the adventure for her own longing and curiosity. There was simply no notion of wonder or excitement. The film works mainly as a quite serious survival flick, but I was really missing some levity and fun. But let's go back to the beginning. In director Uthaug's version of Tomb Raider, it takes quite some time until we get to some actual tomb raiding. In this adaptation, Lara is still born into a rich family, but she didn't go to any university. She's not an actual archaeologist. Instead, she's a simple bicycle courier, and our first two action set pieces are an amateur boxing match and a bicycle chase through the streets of London. She's tough, but doesn't know what to do yet, and the call to her hero journey comes when she receives a clue about her missing and presumably dead father's whereabouts. The story and the way it unfolds is really nothing you haven't seen before. Quite the opposite, the film is so reminiscent of dozens of other adventure films like The Mummy or most obvious the Indiana Jones ones, that it's hard to get really that excited about what's going on here. The action is kind of fun and spread out nicely over the movie every 10 or 15 minutes, and until we get to the mysterious island where the majority of the story takes place, it's almost down to earth. But that changes, and it becomes more and more clear that this should evoke the feeling of a video game. Up until that point there were many little moments, many mini obstacles to overcome, but on the island we change into full gaming gear and the film gets quite ridiculous at times, with scenes where everything has to work out perfectly in order to stay alive, and with all the CGI and green screen, it takes a lot away from that otherwise pretty decent jungle location. The Indiana Jones films have many crazy situations too, especially Temple of Doom, but you have to know how to shoot and direct those. I thought it's a rather dull and bland affair, and Vikander only very late in the game adds some levity to the role. Fortunately, we have Walton Goggins as the villain and the already mentioned Dominic West as her father. They don't have much to work with, but they can transpire a genuine dedication to what's going on screen. There's also Daniel Wu, who plays the sailor Lu Ren. He's basically Lara's only ally, and I liked how their relationship began, but then he gets completely shifted to the side, so much so that he's barely in the movie anymore, which is a shame. We are left with a father-daughter bond, but since the whole villain plot isn't really intriguing, and Lara herself isn't interested in it either, it's not really engaging at all. Put a rather weightless action on top of that and some really dumb choices when it comes to super dangerous situations, and you get yourself a mediocre adventure flick. I was still mildly entertained, but that's about it. The film isn't creative, bold or intense enough, and it really brings nothing new to the table. Alicia Vikander is alright, I enjoyed the other actors quite a bit, and the setting can shine sometimes, but overall it's totally forgettable. In German I'd say, leider ist auch dieser Tomb Raider nur ein mittelmäßiges Vergnügen, das viel zu oft an seine Videospielherkunft erinnert und weder eine sonderlich spannende Geschichte erzählt, noch ein aufregendes Abenteuerfeeling erzeugt. I give Tomb Raider 6 out of 10. It's more like 5.9, but I don't do that.
can't be too careful these days. The world has gone bloody mad.
I'll take 2.
Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Tomb Raider. And also let me know, have you played the games? Which one? What's your favorite? All that stuff. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.